it's Jessica here with a layout share for the month of October 2024. So I only have 10 projects here for you today, but it's okay. I actually worked on some other things this past month, so it might look like a smaller pile for this month, but it's really not because I did a bunch of other stuff. So this one here, just starting off, is for pear tree cut files, and I used a nice pumpkin in a row cut file. I think this is from the pear scription for October. So I backed them all with different pattern papers by Simple Stories. And then I also threw on some 49 and Market goodies, some Vicky Booten goodies, some Hip Kit Club, and some sequins. I think those are from Spiegel Mom Scraps probably. And yeah, got lots of goodies on there. I've been doing some stash diving lately, so I've got kind of a mix. This one is for a cherry on top. This was for cherry challenges that I do with a few of my scrappy friends. And we had a sketch, I believe, that we were using. So that's what this one is. And I've just chosen a few of my little tractor show photos of my kids and, of course, my food that I love. So that's that one, and did some stamping, I guess. This one is interesting. This one I did for Creative Scrapbooker magazine, so they have a video for this one over on their YouTube, I think, and on their Facebook as well. And I did this one using some mixed media by Shimmers for my background, and then I threw on some sequins, and I used that same collection by Simple Stories. I can't remember. I think it's called Cider and Donuts. I think that's their new one. And I used that for all these beautiful florals and little embellishments, and my little puffy foam title is also by that collection too. So I love how this one turned out, and this one is interesting because this is actually the negative piece. So when I cut this cut file out with this background paper, this is the paper that I used, and this is exactly where it was and how it cut. And I just thought it looked too cool to not use that. So I actually used this for Cherry on Top, and their theme, which was oddly enough negative space, was for that month. So this was just perfect to demonstrate how I used the negative space of this cut file. It was just too pretty. I just couldn't just throw it away or rip it up into shreds. So I just had to use it, and it's just so pretty. And I just backed it with another piece of paper back behind here. And then I did some machine stitching the whole way around that leaf as well in some gold thread. And of course, my baby girl, she's adorable. So these photos are pretty easy to scrap whenever you've got quite an adorable subject. I've got some flair on here by Scrap and Happy Studio, some flair on this one by them as well. I just love Jenny's flair. She makes such beautiful products. And I have some Color Cast Design acrylics on here as well. I was trying to bust some of my acrylic stash. That's another series that I do on my YouTube with a couple of my friends. And this one was for Shimmer's design team. I created a nice mixed media background for Shimmer's, and then I finished it up with some sequins, of course. I love sequins. If you haven't noticed, I love adding them to pretty much all my layouts. It just seems like it's not done until I add sequins. This one's an interesting page because I did do some Shimmers mixed media in the background. I've also included a pear tree cut file, but I layered it 3 times and cut it out with white and then some pattern papers from Tracy Reed Designs digital collection. This is a digital and print collection, so I have printed it out on my printer, and then the embellishments from this collection I have printed on my printer and then sent to my Cricut to cut them out for me. So super easy and simple. She actually has a video tutorial on that if you're interested in learning how to print and cut with her digital files. It's super easy. It's so much easier than I thought it was going to be, and I love the fact that I can cut these little guys out as much as I physically want because I can just print more and cut more, and I love having that in my stash. This is a Halloween layout. I don't do too much for Halloween. This year was the first year I actually took my kids trick-or-treating, so I just have a few photos left from last year that I need to scrap and then some from this year. But this one is for ThermoWeb. I actually used a deco foil toner card front with little witch hats on it and foiled the witch hats and applied some Distress Oxide ink to the background because they'll come white with black hats. And the black is the toner that you apply the foil to. So super simple and easy. And then I did a whole bunch of machine stitching, just kind of zigzagged my way the whole way down the page. And I just love how this one turned out. I was kind of trying to go for little like witchy hats with the shape. And I think I got it pretty good. And then I've just used some supplies by Bella Boulevard, and I think these sequins are Catherine Pooler, if I remember right. It's probably Transylvania mix, if I remember. And I think these are the same ones. And then this one was a scrap lift, actually, a Paper Issues scrap lift that they had on their channel, but I lifted another person, and I just loved her design, and it's so pretty. I have a video for this one on my channel as well as most of the other ones. I think all of these except for the one for the magazine has videos on my channel, so you can check that out. I added some Shimmers Mixed Media in my background, so it's got a variety of color in there, some orange and yellow. It's really pretty in person. I just love how this came out with the little banners. And as you can see, my whoopsie moment, I just thought this October thing looked so cute when I was making this layout, and I wasn't sure when my photos were from because I didn't have the date offhand or something. But anyways, I left this blank at the time that I did the layout, and then when I went back and looked at my photos, they're actually from September, and this says October, but you know what? It's fine. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not changing it now. My kids will probably never notice, to be honest. Here's another Halloween one. This one was really fun to do with Pear Tree cut file. I actually cut this cut file twice as well. I used the outline feature in Cricut Design Space to cut a black outline on it, just as October. And then the 31, I used some Tim Holtz number stamps. I think it's called Paint by Number, and I heat embossed them. So they're really, really cool. They're sparkly and they kind of pop up a little bit, and they're really fun. And then some supplies by Bella Boulevard, and of course my favorite stripy paper by 49 and Market coming into play as usual. And then I think this one is actually my favorite one from the month. I absolutely love this layout. This was another lift or sketch by Paper Issues that I was playing along with, but I absolutely love how this one came together. It's so cute. I love the dimension of it. I love how crinkly my little squares turned out, and I love the photo placement. The sketch design had just one photo, but I ended up popping 2 on there, and I'm super happy about that. And because I'm trying to get more photos on pages instead of just doing all one photo layouts, because my 12 by 12 albums are getting crazy. But I managed to get 2 in there, so I'm quite happy. And of course, some cute flair by Scrap and Happy Studio. So this one had a little bit more of that Tracy Reed collection. It's called Jack and Scully is what it's called. I don't think I mentioned that before, but I've got some cute little ghost and pumpkin embellishments from another collection in my stash. And then I used some of that Tracy Reed collection too, with the little flowers, the witchy hat, and the little stars. So yeah. So that's what I got done. That is the whole month of October. It's already well into November at this point, so I'm super excited. I've already got some projects done for you, and I've got some more lined up for the rest of this month. So I am going to finish working on those, and I will share that video with you whenever it's rolled out. Thank you so much, you guys. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate all the sweet comments. If you like this type of content, feel free to hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you're subscribed. You can also hit the bell icon. It'll actually notify you of future videos that I post if you want that feature. If not, just make sure you're subscribed, and my videos should pop up on your home screen for you. So thank you guys so much for watching, and thanks for being here, and thanks for all the love and support. I do really, truly appreciate it. So have a wonderful day, you guys. Bye-bye.